Grace and peace, and welcome to the Wise Perspective. I am your host, Wise. I hope you guys are feeling amazingly blessed today. I want to thank you for being here because if you're here, you're on that journey to self mastery. You're igniting your whole being by simply indulging in truth. And for that, I am grateful. So thank you for being present, for you, for showing up for you, if no one tells you today. All right, so today is going to be a pretty good podcast episode, all right? Because I'm feeling led more lately to talk about how to follow the ascension path. Like, how do you navigate yourself to purpose and start building and cultivating that lifestyle that you know is within you, that you can feel, that seems to be real, but you can't touch it because you don't see it in your real world. How to bring that down, right? And I woke up today and the topic on my mind was how obedience moves you toward purpose. Of course, this is not something that is easy to just describe, I feel like, for most, because every journey is different. But I do believe that there is a significant blueprint on how to follow the ascension journey, how to get to where you're navigating, and how to take notice of the journey. Now, what came up for me today was the thought of the tasks that you complete along the journey. Now, when we use words like task and jobs and responsibilities, immediately you think work. You think work. Now, is it work? It technically is work because what you are doing is you're following your mind, your emotional grid. I'm getting the most beautiful experience right now, getting to sit with a mama bluebird. I am so hyped right now. She just came, and you can hear her in the background, and she's just sitting across from me as if she's having her podcast conversations. Oh, definitely hyped about that, y'all. Now, when I talk about the path, I'm talking about if you've been on your ascension journey for a significant amount of time, you begin to realize how pathways that lead you toward particular actions move along with you. So it's not just you moving toward certain endeavors. The endeavors are actually moving right beside you. And you're able to partake in those endeavors as long as you grab them on their way, when they're passing you, or when you merge. I feel like is the best way to describe it. When you merge into the same position as the task. Now, when you don't grab the task as it's merging past you or with your timeline, it will continue to move on. It is on its own trajectory, and it may pass the path of someone else, and then they'll pick it up, and then they can go ahead and partake in the task. But you start to understand that that's how things kind of move with you. You don't own the task. You don't own anything. You are, in a sense, on a conveyor belt, and it's moving you forward. It's not you physically. The conveyor belt is just life. It's moving you forward. And the conveyor belt moves regardless if your body moves. So if you were like laid up in a bed and you decided not to do anything, it still moves, because I feel like the conveyor belt is more or less just time. And it's not time as we know it. It's time in the sense of synchronicity, when things align with you, that time frame that is there. So it is also up to us to recognize when to release said thing. Because like I said, it's only going to be in your orbit or on your conveyor belt for a limited amount of time anyway. And when that time is done, there's usually something else that is crossing your path that you kind of can merge into or merge with. This right here, you guys, is how I've been able to get to where I am on my journey. Once I recognized that I had absolutely no power when it came to what was coming to me, Like, I just couldn't do no wrong, y'all. I couldn't do no wrong. And in the best way possible. We want to be able to have control over everything that is us, that is within us. But the truth is, we have absolutely no power. Life happens regardless of if you choose to happen with it. And this is where a lot of us get caught up in situations that are unfavorable because life is going to continue to happen. And if life is technically this conveyor belt I'm talking about, and you're holding on to a task, a person that was only supposed to merge with you in alignment for the time being that it did, and you're trying to hold on to it creates tension. And that tension is what's pulling you off of your own conveyor belt. That's the uncomfortability that you feel when you are trying to maintain something that did not align with you anymore. It's on its own trajectory. You gotta release it. So as we begin to understand that releasing is just as important as the grabbing of the task, the person, the thing that was on your trajectory, begin to live more at peace with yourself. And that's the point of everything, is to live at peace. If the task comes and doesn't come with peace, why would you want to complete it? The task has to come with peace for it to, in a sense, be a gift from God. God is only giving out peace. He ain't got nothing else in his arsenal. He giving out peace, like hot cakes, hot served breakfast. That's what God is giving. And anything that takes you away from that is not in alignment with him. So you have to question what you're partaking in, what you're holding on to. If your life creates tension, something is there that's not supposed to be there. There's something misplaced in the process. So this is one of my biggest tips, because if I had to paint a picture of what that looks like, it is that conveyor belt that I described. So reevaluate how you look at life. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go because it just started raining. I love the rain, but it's a lot harder to record in the rain, so I'm gonna let this go. You guys, if I can hop back on, I will. I might stay on, I don't know, because I love this. I really do. I love when these unexpected things happen. I told you, that's how it's supposed to be. I accept the uncomfortability the same way how I accept the favorable, because it is these dope surprises that give you what life is giving, and it's giving live. It's giving live, and it's giving moment to moment. You think more than 2 hours ahead of where you're going, you've automatically created some sort of stress. You're planning, you're plotting. It's one thing to know where you're headed. It's another thing to map out every step. While you're looking down at your feet, you're missing the world around you. Ooh, and I know that came straight from the Holy Spirit, because I'm poetic, but Holy Spirit be poetic. So, the question I guess I have is, what are the tasks that are coming up that you're able to partake in? Are you seeing them? Are you recognizing the ones that you have to release in order to make room for new tasks? The ones that are creating tension, pulling you off of your conveyor belt. What are those things? And they don't have to be anything big. It can be a relationship that you stayed in too long, and now it's creating tension, pulling you off of your path. You trying to pull him off his path so y'all can both stay where you're going. Tension. They can be staying at a job that you know you've outgrown, but the pay is good and everything else. You still got those things that seem like highlights, but the tension that it's creating is you're moving, you're not getting sleep. Sleep is going beside you. You can't grab sleep because you're working too hard. It can be uncertainty, clarity, dealing with people that you ain't supposed to be dealing with because they're not even supposed to be in the same place as you. These are the tension breaks, the tension points, we'll say. So notice those things. Ask yourself why. And as you do, you are literally going to just make more room for what you're supposed to have in your life. So I'm going to leave this one right here. I might have back on because I think I'm only 10 minutes in. I usually like giving y'all a little bit more than just a 10-minute podcast. But we will see. If so, I'll hop in and edit right here and take from there. All right, y'all. Love night. Peace. Yeah, so for this episode, I'm going to end it right here. But I did, of course, want to drop my information just in case you guys are looking to connect. If you're looking to schedule a one-on-one consultation, go ahead and follow that QR code. We can talk about any of the topics that you see here on the screen. If you would like, you can also go ahead and just use the link, calendly.com/thewiseperspective, and we can schedule a call and discuss purpose. So, I'll catch you guys later. Love and light, y'all. And peace.